Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, and I know I typically read a chapter of the Bible at night about 8:30, but don't think I'll be home by then, so I'm going to go ahead and read it now, and I'll just leave it up so you can watch it at your regular time. Today we are reading Revelation chapter 14, and the title of the first section is The Lamb and the 144,000. Then I looked, and behold, on Mount Zion stood the Lamb, and with him 144,000, who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven like the roar of many waters, and like the sound of loud thunder. The voice I heard was like the sound of harpists playing on their harps, and they were singing a new song before the throne, and before the four living creatures, and before the elders. No one could learn that song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. It is these who have not been defiled It is these who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. It is these who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These have been redeemed from mankind as firstfruits for God and the Lamb, and in their mouth no lie was found, for they are blameless. Now, if you get ready to look back at Revelation chapter 7, the first 8 verses, and that talks about the 144,000. Now, this is the same group of people as far as I can tell. That's such a unique, distinctive number. It's just about got to be the same group. Okay, the next section is titled The Messages of the Three Angels. Then I saw another angel flying directly overhead with an eternal gospel to proclaim to those who dwell on earth, to every nation and tribe and language and people. And he said with a loud voice, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea, and the springs of water." Another angel, a second, followed, saying, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. She who made all nations drink the wine of the passion of her sexual immorality." Now let me say this, there's a couple of movies. One, I believe one of them is called Babylon is Fallen, maybe not. But it's, and I can't think of the guy's name that's in them, but one of them is the White House, and then the other one is a place in England, and it may not be Babylon, but they use a phrase, and it sounds like that. And I believe a lot of people, when they're making movies, they take stuff from the Bible, change it up to suit them, but their original thoughts are coming from Scripture, so it's affecting people even when it's not. I'll look that up and put it in the comments when we get through with this. Verse 9, and another angel, a third, followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and its image, and receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he will also drink the wine of God's wrath, poured full strength into the cup of his anger, and he will be tormented with fire and sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment goes up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day or night, these worshippers of the beast and its image, and whoever receives the mark of its name." Here is a call for the endurance of the saints, those who keep the commandments of God and their faith in Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Write this, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Blessed indeed, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, for their deeds follow them." And then the final section in this chapter is titled The Harvest of the Earth. Then I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and seated on the cloud one like a son of man, with a golden crown on his head, and a sharp sickle in his hand. And another angel came out of the temple, calling with a loud voice to him who sat on the cloud, "Put in your sickle and reap, for the hour to reap has come, for the harvest of the earth is fully ripe." So he who sat on the cloud swung his sickle across the earth, and the earth was reaped. Then another angel came out of the temple in heaven, and he too had a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, the angel who has authority over the fire, and he called with a loud voice to the one who had the sharp sickle, "Put in your sickle and gather the clusters from the vine of the earth, for its grapes are ripe." So the angel swung his sickle across the earth and gathered the grape harvest of the earth and threw it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden outside the city, and blood flowed from the winepress as high as a horse's bridle for 1,600 stadia, Stadia. And looking at the bottom, it says 1,600 stadia is about 184 miles. A stadion was about 607 feet or 185 meters. So that's that word stadia, and I'm sure the word stadium may come from that. I don't know, but I would think so. So anyway, that's the end of chapter 14. Now, don't forget, tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursday night we're going to finish up our study of Acts. I believe I should finish up unless we decide to go on. But the lesson plans that I have just go through tomorrow night. And I hope y'all are able to join me if you can. It'll be at 8:30. And the last 3 times it's taken us about 45 minutes to go through and discuss and read the questions and answer them. So and of course I'm leaving them up on Facebook until they get taken down, but I will eventually get them up on YouTube. That's one of the things I plan tomorrow, is try to get a lot of my videos up on YouTube, because I'm sure they've been taken down by now. And but I save all of them on my computer so I can put them on YouTube. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me today. If you tune in tonight, thank you for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow night.